Hello, everybody. Let's see what we got going on here. Home, and then we go here. Let's just kick this off real quick so I can see your guys' comments. View channel, blah, blah, blah. Live, okay. Now, let's put in the comments. Here we go. Live. Hello. Hello. All. Boom. Well, hello, Austin. It was good playing with you today. Let's crack a beer. Look at that. Now, what we got today is thank you for joining me this morning. Thank you. I'm now over 4,000 subscribers on YouTube. So thank you for all that have subscribed. Thank you all for all that have watched. My beanies have come in. They're only in red. I don't know what the price is going to be. You're going to have to go to the website, seawolf13.net. And I don't know when it's going to be up. I was told someday. So, maybe tomorrow. It could happen. Oh, give me a minute. This is the best beer. This is the best beer, hands down. One more time. Hello, Oliver. Are you here to watch the show? What do you want to do? I got my bulldog watching me. What's going on? You want to come over here and say hi? Nope? Okay. All right. So if you're watching this morning, it is still drying. It'll take about 4 days to dry. The part that I used super glue on, don't worry, it's white right there. We'll paint over that. And the other leg, where was the other leg that was blown out? Oh, right here. That's all fixed too. You won't even be able to see that either. So, a win right here. We will be putting the antennas back together tonight. So let me get my glue gun going. Right there. There we are. And let's see. Check out the new merch. Boom. There it is. Now you got the Seawolf hoodie right there. What's going on, Trent? An old-fashioned cheers. Ah, Trent, you sexy son of a bitch. I think tomorrow I might be going diving. I do not know. I checked my boat. My engines are running. Check this chain out, though, Trent. Look at that. That's a nice vermilion from up there at Fort Bragg. I don't know if you guys remembered the video. I was up there with Jessica and Nick at Fort Bragg, but look at how that turned out. Sweet Jesus. Oh, by the way, check that out, Trent, huh? Right there, Seawolf 13. Woo! They are in. I have, but the box came in. So now, I think swipes up, or whatever, however people go, and the internet thing, well, the website, I think it's up. I don't know. My wife's a perfectionist, so she says when it's up, it's up. So when it's up, it's up. That's what I'll tell you guys. Let's see here. Let's get right into this. This was a 12-pounder. Over 450 people watched earlier. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you for over 4,000 subscribers. You guys rock. Thank you. How do I order my hoodie? Oh, Kim. Seawolf13.net when it's up. Give me a day, or maybe 2, or maybe 3. I don't know. It's not my department. I've done my job. Thank you for wanting one, and thank you for... as soon as it's up, I will let you know. I was told that I think it's up. I don't know, though. She said give it a day. Okay, giving it a day. So, hang on. Let's see. Martin, cheers. Martin. Anyway, if you didn't watch earlier today, I did an hour where we were putting this guy and figuring it out. He is now in the drying phase. I'll show you the other part. I made keychains, if you would like a keychain. of your. This is it was my wife's idea. I made this for my necklace today because I've been getting a lot of questions about my necklace and charms, and this one I'm going to start rocking around everywhere. There's no doubt what this is. This is a fish fin. This one I don't know what people think I'm wearing around my neck. Or maybe they're just too scared to ask. But if you have your keychain like that, ooh, sweet Jesus. There's no smell. Here's the problem. Your animals will eat them, though. So if you keep your keys down low. Here's where I keep my keys, right? Now, I got the thing Trent made me. I picked the 3, Wolf 3, because I'm going to stamp a 1 in there, so 13. Get it? Wolf 13. Then I got my little Hello, I'm a Diver tag. And then I got the bones and a lobster tail, just a small one, on there. But this is just more like it, right? That is some sexy stuff. So, it's old-fashioned time. Okay. Well, I'm going to finish this beer, and then I'll join you with a martini. I'll do it dirty, though. Anyway, what we got on tap for this week is, okay, hang on. Martin, where are we at? What'd the doc say? I know you were in ICU last weekend. You got out right for your birthday. They took your kidney or liver or whatever the fuck they took. Where are you at now? Like, health-wise? We gonna get it out and rock it again? I know Lisa is gonna be on Justin's boat on Friday. Hoop netting. The rains were down there, so, and I think there was snow at your house. Or your neighbor's roof was on fire. I can't remember. It's hard to keep up with Martin. The guy is just rocking it. But anyway, I hope everything is great news. And if not, you're a warrior, and we'll just get through it together. I don't know why I said together. I mean, I'll just keep talking like this, and you can keep watching, and I'll keep supporting. Anyway, a very good session. Over 450 people watched this morning, this thing getting put together. It was only on YouTube. I've told you, if you're not following me, I don't know where I'm going to pop in now. Some days I feel like doing Instagram. Instagram's the one that brought me back to YouTube because I went into Instagram jail. So I'm taking a time out from Instagram right now. Orders. New meds. Okay, well, we're doing it. We're doing it together, Martin. So let's see. We got this is ready to go. Blessing up. If you're religious, give Martin a little a prayer. He is he's a warrior. That's all I can say. Let's just stop about that. Let's keep going on with the show. Let's see. Let's get this glued into here, just like this. Now, normally I would just replace the antennas with all the ones I have, but my buddy Kent wants all original if he can have it. And I said, you can have whatever you want, buddy. So we are going to give him his antennas back if it works out. There we go. Ooh, that's a good squirt. So, it was still too wet this morning when I was trying to do this on the live show this morning. They've dried out a little bit, and look at that. Sweet. And then once I put the paint on here and then epoxy these, you won't even see that, but that's what it looks like. Hell to the yes. A dive day tomorrow, maybe. My buddy called me, Dan. He wants to dive. It's supposed to be good. The rains are coming on Friday up here. I don't know what they're going to be like in Southern California. I might even be motivated if it's good weather to go down to Santa Barbara area and go get some lobsters. I have another trip next in February at the beginning on my buddy's boats, private boats. Compliments to the brewery. Compliments to the brewery. Thank you, Austin. Austin, keep up the good work. Over 4,000 people subscribed. This is why I went back to YouTube. I'm telling you right now, the numbers do not lie. I was at I was at just over 3,000 a week ago. I started going live on YouTube again, and now I know my shorts, they're not going to give me any. My videos, they're going to love. So that's where I'm at. I'm going to give them my videos tomorrow. If I go diving, when I get home, I don't know. Maybe I'll see a great white. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll get eaten by a great white. Maybe I won't. I cannot tell you for sure. Here's what I can tell you. When I do get home, and no matter what, now I'm not just looking for the perfect fish to kill. Now I'm looking for leather. So, Trent, are you still here up on, just say yes if you're still here, Red Baron? Are you still up there? Because he was with me. And he was hunting, and there was a leopard shark that was fucking just circling him, and stalking him. He didn't even know it. And I see this, and I go up to the shark, and I'm like, fuck, you want to go? Let's go. It's all on video, so I can't lie about it, right? I said, let's go. He swam off. Then I see him circle back around, and now he's coming for Trent. I turned to the guy, my buddy, Dan. I said, hey, there's a shark. This is a sign for a shark. When you got your buddies, you go like this. Now, if it's a big shark, we normally go like this. That means it's a great white or one that will actually bite you. There's tons of sharks that won't bite you. And Trent was just having a fantastic time underwater and didn't even know until afterwards. I'm like, dude, there was a leopard shark, the biggest one I've ever seen. It was like 6 to 7 feet. It's all on video. Now, I wanted to kill that shark. I could have. Well, I don't know what would have happened. Let's see. Great to see you put some... Yes! What a great idea. Red lights in the eye. These ones are not mine, but you're absolutely right. What if I got them for my... You're right, Martin. So when I put this structure upside down, it's just sitting over here. I built it, and I need to put sand on it. I need to put blue on it. I need to put it together and get real serious about it because it's taking up half my garage. So, I mean my studio, sorry. Anyway. But now that I'm thinking about leather, how great would that be to have leopard shark, the whole, hey listen, 100% sustainability, leave me alone. So we're going to kill it. I don't know how we're going to kill it. 3 bands for sure. I don't know what it's like to wrestle one of those things. I know a 50-pound halibut can mess you up. I don't know what a 7-foot... Maybe Justin would know. Martin, do you know how much a 7-foot... Did you ever shoot one of those, or do you have buddies? What is a 7-foot leopard shark? How heavy is that? How much... I know it's all muscle. Sharks are all muscle. I grabbed a 9-foot... It's about 9 foot, and I grabbed its tail. It wasn't a thresher shark, it was a 7-gill. And I tried holding on to its tail. They had so much power. So I don't know what's going to happen when I shoot this thing, but I know it's going to be fun. And then I'm going to do 100% sustainability. You got to gut them right away, because they'll piss into their meat. About 65 pounds. Okay. God damn, thank you. Yeah, it was the biggest leopard shark. 7 foot is a state record size. Well, shit, I should have shot that fucking thing. Oh, we're not cussing. I should have shot that thing. Now, I'm 6'1", and it was bigger than me, so I know it was over 6 foot, because I'm laying next to it, like swimming by the side of it. I had my gun right on it. I wanted to shoot it, but I was on my buddy's yacht, right? So then what are we going to do? I want to do 100%. I don't want to just kill something just to kill it. That's not my style. Take it all the way through. I've never even cleaned one. Now I gotta watch videos on how to clean them. Hang on, I think I got several videos of me catching leopard sharks at night. Okay, this one was right out of Two Bell Harbor. I'll tell you right where it was. Two Bell Harbor in Catalina. And after I showed that video, everybody's like, oh yeah, there's leopard sharks all over there. I'm like, huh? Okay. Rod and reel. Anybody take them on spear gun? Like, that's going to just be, that's just going to be fun. Then I could take its fins and make shark fin soup. I know everybody's mad at that because they cut off the fins and throw it back in alive. I ain't keeping this thing alive. I want its skin. I want its teeth. I want it for jewelry. Jesus, I mean, could you imagine? Now, I can't remember. I'm not into sharks. I don't kill them. They don't bite me, and I don't kill them. I've been bit twice, so, and it's all on video. Now, one was a cute little horn shark that was in my way. There was a lobster behind it, so I pulled it out and removed it, and it turned around and bit me, and it almost took out my ball sack. I'm not kidding you. It's on film. My buddy that I was showing how to catch lobsters, you can hear him underwater laughing his ass off. So this is where the live stream with StreamYard would be good, because I could be playing the video talking about it. I could be, last night when I was talking about or this morning when I was talking about, when you ask about the Buckster, Trent's watching up there on Facebook. You can't figure out how to come over here. Trent, would you come over to fucking... it's not Chinese, okay? So it's okay. Come on over to YouTube. Join us on YouTube, my friend. My numbers are just outstanding, and I can't thank you guys enough. Honestly, this is exactly what I'm manifesting. Living in Southern California for 4 days out of the week, grabbing lobsters. That's, I could come back with 21 lobsters. Processing them for the next 3 days, right? I can do this all in one day. But I'm going to be going for the world record. A little bit more upbeat next year. This year, hey, I'm just finding my ground. The technology is there. I am here. Listen, I'm here to play. So, but I'm also here to win. So when I went diving the other day and I got 2 huge lings, I forgot. These are in my backyard. Why am I not shooting these things left and right? Fishermen can't have them. This meat's so rare, it's pathetic, because they've taken away all your fishing rights to give all our fish to China. Now they're gonna give you some BS. That's bullshit. I know I'm not supposed to cuss, but that's what it is. About how we're killing all the fish in our ocean. Just ain't true. They said the same thing about halibut. I shoot my 2 halibut on a dive, and then I tap the rest of them on the head, or I grab them by the tail and tell them to come back tomorrow. That's just facts. So, their research used to be real. Now it's not. Now what they do is they'll take 1 mile by 1 mile, and they do halibut, and then they do the survey on rocks. And maybe they saw 1 or 2 halibut. What a decline. We saw 50 last year. Go out in the sand, you'll see 50, you morons. I don't have to... This idiot is telling you how to do it, you college students. But you college students are going to... Just like politicians. You want to do the best. You want to do what's right. But they won't promote you unless you go by their system. It's the facts. So, it doesn't matter if you're Democrat or Republican. You're all fucking just idiots, man. We're Americans. That's what we are. So, you guys want to eat plastic fish? Go ahead. That's what you're getting. I'm just saying it. Go do your own research. I don't have to. I have smart friends that do it for me. Ha ha ha. Anyway, no politics. This is a drinking show. And a diving show, which mixes in with fishing, which mixes in if you fish and you want to know what the fish look like and what they're doing in their natural habitat, you might as well watch my videos, because that's why I watched your videos. I'm like, okay, they're fishing and they're catching all these fish where? Let me join that saltwater guide guy, Dave Hansen. Let me check out his show, okay? Okay, leopard shark leather would make great Uggs. You're absolutely right. I got my leopard shark in my freezer right now. My kids ate it. They had no idea it was shark. Oh my God. Leopard shark is very sweet meat. Okay, now I know once you kill them, I gotta gut them, right? I haven't even done that yet. Hang on. Did I miss something? Leopard shark leather would be badass. Yeah, I'm into the leather. Okay? The meat, I will eat. And if I can't eat it, I'll give it away. I can't trade it. I can't sell it. I can't bargain with it, but I can give it. I don't know how much, if it's 65 pounds. Okay. What would you yield, okay, Martin, or even Jason, what would you yield on a 60-pound leopard shark? How much of that meat is eatable? Or how much meat do you get off a 60-pound? Do you get 40 pounds if you do it right? I want to do it right. I want to get as much meat. Do they do head? Do they soak the head and make a broth? Shark head soup? That would be cool. I know they got fish fin soup, and I know how to do that. I've never done it before. There's no reason for me to kill sharks unless I'm going to eat them. 100% sustainability. But now I want their leather, too. I mean, can you imagine? Let me ask you this. Probably about 40 pounds. That's pretty good yield. 40 pounds of meat. And you say it's delicious? Now, do you have to put it in like a vacuum seal and like put it in a brine, or do you just cook it? This is virgin territory for me. I think 30 to 40 pounds. Okay. Yeah. I'm telling you, I know where they're at. I've seen them. I've seen him stalk my friend, and I was going to shoot it, but like I said, we were on my buddy's boat, and it just wasn't set up for a 7-foot leopard shark processing. And I know you got to gut them right away, otherwise they piss into their meat, and then you got to get them on ice, I'm pretty sure. To get the whole, I got to see how to gut it because I want its whole. Do you just fillet it one side? Jason or anybody that knows this, leave a comment. Martin, I guess you normally don't even take the skin off. You probably just keep it right on with it and just steak it up in cubes. I mean, that's what I would imagine in my brain. I just started thinking about this. So, sharks are on my menu, by the way. So all of you liberals that are very upset that I kill things, wait till I kill a big, beautiful shark. Now, it's a little bit more of a challenge. Sharks will fuck you up. I'm not kidding you. Halibut will mess you up. Sorry, cussing. Damn. But sharks is a whole new, and when an animal is dying, it's not a mammal. I don't even know what it is. Okay. But it doesn't matter. Let's just keep going. When they're dying, they don't really care about your viewpoint on life. They just want to survive. This I know for facts, as the kids say. So, I'm excited. Trent, if you're up there, listen. Next time we go over to Catalina and we're at our spot, that's what I'm going to hunt. Now, I'll just let Trent go next to me, shooting fish like he was, and then they'll come in. I don't even have to look for them. This is going to be beautiful right here. Let me get some heat down there. So, like I said, normally I wouldn't waste time on this antenna. I would just put a brand new one on, but this is his original. He was on the Bug Brothers. It was 12 pounds exactly. My other buddy got one that was 12.2 on the next dive that took him off the board for the biggest lobster of the day. And then my buddy Trent came along, his first trip on the Bug Brothers. And what did he do? He got the biggest lobster, 12.8. That was the one you saw me do, and it broke up, and I was upset, and I told myself, I got to figure this out. I had the perfect video for it. It was going to be, well, here's the thing. Trent wasn't wearing a GoPro, so it's not that I couldn't get the catch part. The catch was Trent's story, which I have in my head and all of the buddies that were on the boat, but here's what we didn't have with it, is we didn't have footage. Now, okay, hang on. I want to see how this is going to look on the outside, just like that. That's right where I want it, so I'm just going to not mess with it anymore. Let me get some crazy glue. Crazy for you. I got some glue. Alright, let us put some fun glue on. This stuff, man, you get this stuff on your fingers, it doesn't come off for a week. Ah! Okay, hang on. There we go. Alright. this back together. I don't care about the crack lines in this because the truth is, when I paint it and then epoxy it, you won't even be able to see any breakage. That's how good I am with that, and how sure I am with myself with it. So we now have both his antenna. I still have to fix that, but here's its other one. We did this earlier, right here, and I will clean this up. And this is so cool because it even has the salt marks on it, which will be nice and speckled up when we do. God, it's hot in here. I don't want to take off my new hat, but woo-wee. Cheers, everybody. God damn, what a fun show. Let's go back to look at some, let's see. Diving, listen, can't comment. Okay. I think 30, 45, okay. Cook on a barbecue with hot butter, grilled good skin and steak. Oh, you do the... Okay, you keep the skin on. But I'm taking the skin off, Martin. I need the skin for leather. A lot of restaurants serve thresher sharks, yes, or swordfish. All right, so I have research to do. I will be killing one of those. So, if you're an environmentalist that hates people that kill sharks because we don't have enough of them, well, you can cry and you can get upset, but nobody listens anymore. Did you hear, who was that, Gomez chick, right? She's worth $1.8 billion. She said, I want to do something. Go ahead, do something. They're going back home. Go build up their towns. They're your people. Good for you. They're my people too. I love them. But here's the truth about it. Because I'm in Central California. The ones that are here legally don't want the illegal ones here. Facts. So, I'm not going to get into politics. I'm just very happy the way the world is going. The world now is a world that I know how to navigate in. A world now is a one that I know how to be successful in. And all the crying has to stop. The 1% of people that were throwing temper tantrums and everybody was stopping and saying, oh my God, it's so terrible, what's happening? It's all gone. Poof, fart in the wind. Now, if you voted for her, or him, whatever she wanted to identify at the time, she said she was black. She wasn't black, everybody, but that's cool. It's not racism to say somebody's not black if they're not black. Native American. If anybody should be mad, the Native Americans. That's all I'm saying. And so, is this stolen land? I guess we're all on stolen land. What, are you going to give it back and just sit there and want to be run by the cartel? Okay, that's a smart move, Ms. Gomez. I love watching the press secretary for the first time today actually answer questions, not dodge them. And when liberals would ask questions, she would shut them up. What are you going to do with the ones that didn't break any laws? They broke a law because they came over here. If there's not a law to break, then they didn't break it, but they broke it. Those are facts. I don't know what else you idiots need to hear. So, what about your house cleaners and your cousin? Okay, the world's going to go on. My mom, honestly, she stopped talking to me. You saw her comment every time. Blah, 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 blah. Love you, Mom. I'm not disrespecting you at all. It's a scary world for you right now. It was scary for me. I wasn't scared. I didn't give a fuck. You ever see a Biden person? They don't know how to fight. Have you ever seen the guy that threw a little redheaded kid? Not a redheaded, sorry. A purple-headed kid threw a punch at a dude. And another guy just grabbed his hand and said, no, 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 no. That's all he did. That's my favorite video. A leopard shark. When I mount it and No way. So they do have good teeth, huh? So you kind of got bit, like more of a slash. Wow. This is going to be a great video. Because when I shoot it, what I want to do is, you know how the freedivers, when they shoot a big tuna, and then they climb on back of it and shove the head, like fucking put it in like a jiu-jitsu hold, and then shove their knife in their brain? I never could find the brain. I've tried it with other fish. That's going to be fun. Can you imagine me on a 7-foot world record leopard shark on it, holding on like this on its, and then taking my knife out and fucking just start spiking it? Oh, wow. I'm excited. Mind-blowing. It'll be a summer trip. Because here's the thing. In the summertime, you thought I killed halibut last year with 43? With a total of 900 pounds? I'm doubling it. I'm telling you right now, I'm doubling it. So what does that mean? I'm going to have double the skins. I have a guy right now back in South Carolina figuring out how to make my leather from it soft and supple. I got too many things on my plate. Oh, okay, he's back. I got too many things on my plate. So what I did is I joined leather groups because I want to learn about leather. I'm 54. I've never even thought about leather. I've had leather jackets, blah, 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 blah. You go over to Italy, you get leather things because over there they don't have any bob wire, so their leather doesn't have any marks and scratches in the leather. Put the Halley hammer back to work. Oh my God, can you imagine trying to spike its brain with a Halley hammer? You're not going to be able to get it out because it has to flap. But once, if I can poke it, you're absolutely right. That'll rock this fucking nation. Oh my God, I got to get over to Catalina. Where is Catalina? Let me think. Oh, it's only 24 miles. I can take my boat over for the day. Let me think. My buddy, I got 3 buddies with boats that can go over there and we can just stay on overnight. The processing is what I need to figure out. I'm going to need deck space to process I'm going for a 6-foot one. I know where they're at. I saw a whole bunch of them. I also have to check the regulations. I think we're allowed to. How many can you have? How big do they? I think they have to be 3 feet or longer, right? Oh, so many questions. God. How did life just get this exciting again? I thought I was tapped out with excitement by doing this. No. And how ironic would that be if I kill a shark and then a shark actually attacks me? I would have been like, ooh, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have shot that thing. Karma. Okay, this is done. Let's. Oh, sweet Jesus, that's gonna be nice. All right, hang on. I got all into thinking about sharks. All I'm gonna do tonight after my show is research leopard sharks. What's another good shark to eat? Justin gets, what else does he do? I think you guys said it earlier. Hang on, let me look. Leopard shark, Halley hammer. Thresher. Yeah, that's a thresher. I've never, okay, I found one thresher shark. You want to hear the fun story about this? Which I have backed up with a video. So, I live here in Monterey. We have the Monterey Bay Aquarium. And they told me that I couldn't volunteer there because I kill fish and put it out on the internet. This was a long time ago. I just want to volunteer my time, right? Clean the cage tanks. You're always going to have 100-foot viz. You're in there with every big animal, big sharks, big tuna, big everything. And you just sit there and clean the thing, right? My instructor, actually, one of my instructors volunteered for them. It's like a prestige thing. But then they said, oh, you kill things. I'm like, okay, well. My answer to that was, well, you take animals and put them in a cage, kind of like SeaWorld, and, I I don't question what you do. Why you question what I do? But nevertheless, anyway, fun fact. It's a fun dive site. It's in a protected area, and it's the intake valves. And they're about 30 feet tall, and they turn them on, and it sucks fresh water or salt water in there and recycles the tanks, right? Okay, so here's a hypocrisy where I live, right? They're like, oh, you can't do that because you're killing things. You're putting them in cages. Doesn't matter. Great dive site. I don't care. People that don't want to kill things, people that just want to scuba dive. It's a protected area, so there's big fish everywhere, big lingcods. Anyway, where's I going with this? Oh, I know exactly where I was going. So I was doing a bachelorette party, right? My friend Jessica, and I think it was 5 other girls, all from all over the world, and they came over and they wanted, part of their thing was they wanted to go diving. They bought all my hoodies and sweatshirts. I remember that. So I took them on a dive at a local spot that we can spearfish at. Got a couple nice capazons, got a couple nice lings, and then we went over and I said, you guys want to just dive a beautiful spot? And they said, yes. And I said, okay. And we're going, and I'm taking them out to the intake valves. And lo and behold, guess what was laying on the ground dead? Yeah, that's right. A thresher shark. It had crisscrosses all in it. What happened, in my opinion, I'm not an expert, but if you see a shark that doesn't have it got stuck on the intake when they were intaking it. Now, I tried telling them, they want to keep everything hush-hush, right? Not us! We didn't kill anything. Yeah, the intake valves killed it because you can see the video. We picked it up and played with it. I grabbed it by the tail, and then I cut me holding it, and I made it attacking them. They're going, like it was fun. No, we just left it there because I didn't want to deal with the game wardens when I got back, because you know who runs this town? The liberals. And the people that... Thank God there's a fresh air of 4 years. I don't know if it goes longer than this. 4 years of just funness. So, if I can't make my mark in this world in 4 years, because I'll tell you what, I just started going live on YouTube. I came back live, sorry, on YouTube a week and a half ago, and I had over 1,000 subscribers from my show. So thank you all for watching. I'm not getting off, I'm just thanking you. My show will run at 5:30 p.m. every night, unless I'm on a place where I can't go live. Alaska, out in the bush, I can't be live. Sorry. I don't have Starlink. But if I have enough money and I have Starlink, sure. We'll talk about my day. I'll show you videos. I'll come in and edit. And the sun never sets there, so you're up all the time. It's like being a crackhead without doing crack. Because the time it does get dark, it's only like 4 hours. Then you get the northern lights. You gonna miss out on never seeing northern lights and not seeing them by sleeping? Hell no! Hell no! You're gonna look at those beautiful... When I say we're out in the bush, you can't even do this. Nobody would take you out there. No insurance would cover this. This is just a bro and a bromance like nobody's ever done before. And, oh God, it just brings memories. Just brings some memories. I got it right here. Okay, you can't see that picture. You want to see some fun pictures of Alaska? You can't see that one either. Here you go. Here we all are this year. Right there. Those are all of our fish. Right there. That's Alaska. Ketchikan. Here's my buddy. He beat me by 6 ounces. That's a 76-pound halibut. 76-pound halibut. There's me and my boy Red Baron. He had to hold up my fish because I'm old and he's young. So they call me Seawolf, but I'm kind of a pussy. Can't show you that one. This one is the one when I went back in August. There's Star's 204-pound halibut. 204-pound halibut. There's me standing behind the 204-pound halibut. 204-pound halibut. And there's our hoodies. We all got hoodies made for it. Bow down is what we were on. Bow down is what we were on. And normally people would just have pictures to celebrate their time. I was on there, and now you get videos, reels, shorts. Goddamn, look at this. That's a vermilion. These things are going to be extinct. They're taking them away from us. You can't have them. You used to be able to have 10. Now they're down to 2 during a certain season. Spearfishing, we don't have seasons. Sorry, guys. Don't get mad at me. To write your congressman, I'm sure they'll take that away from us, too. You guys want them to keep taking shit away from us and giving it to China? Go right ahead. Otherwise, be a man and or a woman, and stand up and write your congressperson, write anybody and everybody, because they are taking them away. Justin, how you doing, brother? My God. Hey, I was talking with Lisa earlier. I wasn't talking with her. She was talking on my show last night. Friday night, you going out and hoop netting with the rain? I bet you guys are just going to kill it on Friday. Justin runs. If you don't want to get in the water with the sharks. Justin, you would know. Okay. Now, over in Catalina at Two Harbors, there's a whole bunch of these leopard sharks. I want to shoot one with a spear. What is the process? I know you got to bleed them out right away, correct? And then Martin and Jason were saying I should get 35 to 40 pounds of steaks off it. I want the leather. So I know once you cut it, it has to be consumed. I can't have it in my freezer, blah, blah, blah. So you give it away, right? Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Look at this keychain, Justin. Look at that, huh? Sweet Jesus. Woo! Start your little Ferrari with that. Anyway, Justin, thank you for joining us. If you guys do want, and you want to go get lobster, or you want to go get fish, and you don't want to jump in the water, Justin's a guide. And he has a boat right out of Long Beach. He goes over to Catalina all the time. I think he's going to be over there on Friday, from what I'm hearing. I think I'm going to make my way down in a couple weeks. I know I'm going to do a trip in the beginning of February, which I think we're almost there. But that's Ventura area. I'm just trying to plan out. Anyway, Justin's a rock star. He's part of Dave Hansen's Saltwater Guides crew. He had bulldogs. Hey, Justin, by the way, I know I'm not allowed to do anything, but this is to you, okay? That post of your bulldogs, my wife saw it. I got 2 bulldogs. I didn't know Justin had a bulldog until I watched him hoop netting last year with his family. It was just a family trip, and I saw a bulldog on the back of his deck. I'm like, what? You got a bulldog? I got a bulldog. I got 2 bulldogs. Well, his bulldog had puppies, and he didn't just have 1 puppy. I counted like 6. How many puppies did you get there, Justin? And I'm flipping you off because my wife saw it, and she goes, we need another baby. Oh, thanks. Am I going? Yes, I'll come down there for a day. Kind of like last time. I'm going to pop in, pop out. I'm going to go I'm going to go shore dive with my buddy. Yes, I'm planning out a trip while you guys are down there. So I'll come in, I'll say hello to you. I know last year we didn't really, you guys are just, that's where I met Kelly, Dave's wife. She was standing behind, she doesn't want to even be on, she didn't want anybody to notice her. So when I looked over and I saw this wonderful woman standing behind a pole with a microphone, I'm like, shouldn't you be out there in the crowd? She goes, no, don't talk to me, don't. I'm like, huh? And then I found out that's the lady that has the biggest lobster in California. Sweet lady. So I'm bringing her some earrings. Her favorite fish is, what's that fucking fish that I keep shooting? Calico bass. Calico bass is her favorite. You got 8? Oh God, you got 8. Okay, okay. Do you have a female or the male? Yeah, I guess you have the female. Do you have 2 or just 1? Nah, so many questions. I'll ask you later. You just enjoy yourself. Kick back and just hang out with her. Justin is a guy, if you're not following him, follow him on YouTube or Facebook. And if you go down from my area and you have to go to Disneyland because you have kids, okay? It's painful for us dads. But think of this, if you make a trade-off with your wife, right? You say, hey, I'll do Disneyland for a day, but on the way out of town, everybody has to go on my boat. It's okay. Justin's had small kids on his boat. He's got a boat that they can stay inside, and if they're in the harbor, they can be on their tablets and stuff. Now that dad can go home with everybody that has a lobster tag. Those are what we call facts. So, think of it that way, boys. I spend $2,000 to go on a trip for 3 days or 4 days, grabbing 7 lobster a day. I don't know. I don't know what it is per person on Justin's boat. I think it's like probably 300 or less. And you can go home with 7, but maybe 21 lobsters. Get out. That in 5 hours. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see. Zach, hey, I started watching you a little while ago. I used to... Oh, Zach, how great is that? Thank you for watching me. Maine lobsters are different. Listen, I know you guys think you guys got better lobsters, and you're absolutely right. I grew up not knowing these lobsters existed, and I live in California. All of our lobsters go to China. They pay $100 a pound for them. Idiots. But that's where they go. So do you think the California, not the wardens, the wardens only enforce the laws. It's the people above the wardens. I know a lot of people don't like the wardens. Okay, that's your deal. I don't got any beef with any warden. I want you to know that, wardens. No beef. I don't have any fines. I don't have any... I've been under investigation 5 times. Okay. Investigate away. There's nothing to investigate. I'm not running a dive charter. Because if I run a dive charter, then I have to stay on the boat. I have to be the boat captain. Then I have to get my captain 6-pack license. Then now I got to get insurance for that. Then I got to pay that. You got to pay in California. You got to pay. Now, do I do it illegally? No, I don't give a fuck. I want to jump in the water and I want to be number 1. That's the narcissist in me. Okay, there you go, Emily. You want me to be a narcissist? That's where I'm a narcissist. That's to my daughter. Justin, I can't. Yes. Justin, I can't. I can see what you're saying now, but if I could ask you to just go to YouTube, then I can read the comments over here. So, I don't have that good of eyesight, Justin. You're on Facebook, so you're on my phone up here. Here's why I don't do a multi-stream like Dave, because if you go to the platforms that you're on, and you join and you do a live show on their platform, they will put you ahead of everybody else. Now, if you're big enough and you can attract people like Dave can, then I thought I was that big. I'm not that big yet. So, I'm here in Cape Cod. Yes. So, when I grew up, when we went to, okay, listen, I grew up in San Diego. My uncle lived in Sacramento. And then we'd go visit my dad's brother. And then from Sacramento, it's about 2.5 hours, we'd go over to San Francisco and go to the wharf. When you're on the wharf, you would get lobster. It was all Maine lobster. I'm like, oh, this is lobster. Claws, claws, claws. I started catching these things. I'm like, where's their claws? Like everybody says, those aren't claws, they're crayfish. I don't know. All right. They say the meat's sweeter. It all tastes the same to me. Grind it up into a fucking sausage dog. And did you see that guy that has 1.9 million followers do my recipe? I woke up in the morning, I had 10 texts from 10 different people like, look at this guy. And there's some guy on Instagram, he's probably on all social media. And I personally messaged him. I say, hey, listen, motherfucker. I didn't call him a motherfucker. I just said, hey, listen, your video's better than mine. It's got the whole production behind it. He's got the good voice. He's young. And I messaged him and I said, hey, I've learned off YouTube, so it's not like I can say I came up with the only lobster leather. I mean, as soon as you start seeing lobster leather, you guys might want to let me know, because I will go do the same thing I did to his. He made a video about making a lobster sausage. Okay? I went to war. I went through all of his comments and told every one of his fans that he didn't invent it. Go look at my material. My stuff skyrocketed on Instagram, but then I was in Instagram jail, so you know what? Mark Zuckerberg lied to you. He's sitting there saying doesn't have fact checkers. He does. Because I said the word fag. I grew up in the 70s, 80s, 90s. I could say fag. I'm grandfathered in. I don't hate gay people. It's what I called all my boys growing up. So, I don't get it. I don't get it. And it's not hate speech if you grew up in it. Right? And if you are that way, good for you. You don't get to go in front of the line. I know in the last 4 years you got to say, oh, you guys are all assholes and we're special. You're just like us. So deal with that, okay? And if that's hate speech, then hate I am. This right here is not a statement. It's because I'm bald. I'm follically challenged. If I had hair, I would have the biggest mullet out there. Now, Justin's son has a mullet, and he's probably going to win at the PCS show. Cheers, Justin. All right, hang on. Zach, thank you. That is a compliment. I will say this. I am somebody with learning disabilities, so my attention span is of a gnat. In school, I was the worst student. But if it's something I want to learn, and lobster, I started off being on the boat, not even seeing him on dives. And I went up to my mentor, and I said, he was the best guy on the boat. I said, his name's Jeff. I said, Jeff. I said, what am I doing wrong? And he looked at me and he goes, well, I've heard you run your mouth. Why do you have all that extra gear? And I'm like, what extra gear? I got a spear gun. I got a stringer for the fish, just in case I find a fish while I'm looking for lobster. And he goes, listen, you're not going to catch lobster if you're not focused on lobster. I said, what? He said, drop 60% of your gear. What are you here for? I'm like, oh, lobster. Yes! I'm like, oh, okay, I answered right. He goes, if you're here for lobster, focus on lobster. You'll see him, you'll start following him. I said, can I follow you? He said, if you can keep up. Do not bug me. Do not try to get a lobster that I'm on. If I find a ridge and you start jumping over me and piggybacking, and then you grab a huge lobster because that would have been mine, I'll never talk to you again. I'm like, oh, okay, those are simple rules. So I went by my buddy Jeff's rules. I got rid of all my gear. And then when I got into halibut, I did the same thing. When it's halibut season, I will pass up 15, 16 pound lingcons. I don't care. I will pass up, and you can see my videos, 15 to 16 pound capizons. They're bigger than the bulldogs that Justin has. Justin, I gotta ask. I can't see your comments. We have 2 males and okay. You have 2 males and 2 females. Okay. Yeah. Is this your first litter, or have you done this before? It's the first time I've seen you with a litter. And I don't know. I'll talk to you later. My wife wants to get a family of 5. We have 2 now, a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old. At the time of our lives, right? When you have kids out there that don't talk to you, but you have bulldogs that love you no matter what, those are my kids, okay? They don't call me. Maybe they think I'm a narcissist. They don't care. I can tell you right now. A bulldog is a different dog. I will say this, and I'm not disrespecting Justin in any way. Is they're expensive. They're expensive to maintain. They're expensive to. We feed all of ours homemade food. So my wife makes a food every week. We food prep with them. Luckily, I can add food to them with fish. We don't give them to. I know in the shorts and the reels, if you've watched mine, it looks like I just feed my bulldogs as much as they want lobster. Listen, lobster's bad for everybody. It's high in cholesterol. It's good in moderation. So my bulldogs don't just sit there eating all this lobster. Now when we're having parties, sure, they're my testers. Is this cooked right? Oh yeah. And they'll start like mine don't drool, but when you give them lobster or something good, they just start salivating. And then I have hardwood floors, right? So now we got to clean because they're just like and they're like on crack. It's the craziest thing. So, anyway, Zach, do you have videos too? God, I'm excited about meeting people. So I'll go back and look at the comments. You think I know who I'm talking about? When was I? Who? Jason, who am I talking about? Now I gotta figure this out. God, this is fun. Anyway, what do we got? Oh, we only got 5 more minutes. You know what? Fuck the time. Oh, we're not cussing. Sorry. Screw the time. Let's have another beer. This is going to be my second beer. I'll have it with you guys, and then I'll have a martini with my wife tonight during the show. I will show you what I did earlier on YouTube. If you don't want to go back and watch, we are now processing a 12-pound lobster. Let me get rid of these things. And that's my buddy's 12-pound lobster. It has its all original parts on it. I saved 2 legs that were cracked. If you watched on YouTube earlier, I had over 400 people watching. So thank you. Thank you, YouTube. I'm up to 4,000 people that have subscribed. For me, that's good. That's on one network, kids. You just got to get out there on all platforms if you're going to do this for a living. Compliments the brewery. So, the guy you sold the, yeah. Oh, yeah. The guy that sold the recipe. Yeah. So, when he sold that recipe, I just did a weekend with my buddy doing lobster sausages. Hello, little girl. Come here. Do you want a brother or sister? No, you don't, because you are the prize child. Come here. Come on up here. Come on over here so people can see you. Oh, look at the camera. Can you see him? How you doing? All right. Well, I got a show to do. Can you just go inside? All right. And maybe we'll bring you home a brother and sister someday. No? No? Would you? I think you would like it. Go on. You'd be a good big sister. Go on. Get out of here. Anyway, let's keep going. Let me grab another beer. I am not trying a new beer tonight. I am sticking with the best beer ever. I'm opening it with the one and only. Let me show you guys. This is a can opener, beer opener. Lobster eyeballs, those are real eyeballs. And that is a real tail to a lobster. Just one of the 4 fins or 5 fins that they have. So let's pop this thing off. It's got a magnet on it. So look at that. 100% sustainability, recycle, boom, magnet. When you're done, you put it right up here next to the lobster leather. I invented the lobster leather, so if that guy on Instagram says something about lobster leather, he can go just, I will go to war with that kid. I don't care if you have 1.9 million followers. You fucked up. Just give somebody credit when they do it, right? I'm the guy that came out with lobster sausages. Sea Dog's Martin. Martin, all hell to Martin. Let's give a... let's see. What recipe was it again? Which one? The guy from the lobster sausage? He just made a lobster sausage. And he did a better job than me. I even told him that in the message to him. I DM'd him. Like, hey, listen. I don't mind. Your video is way better than mine. You got the youth on your side, right? He's still probably doing steroids. I'm not saying he's doing steroids, but at that age I was doing steroids. So you got that. You got the voice. He has a better voice than me. He's not a narcissist yet. Or maybe he is. I don't know. Oh, she did come out here. Did she have to go potty? So I was talking with, or Justin's texting, and yeah, you, the guy with the bulldogs. He has 8 of them, love.
Don't tell me that.
One of them has a whole. One of them has a whole black bodysuit. They're beautiful. I know. I was telling Penelope about them.
Are you still alive?
Huh?
Are you still alive?
Yeah, I'm still on.
Oh.
Everybody can hear. I don't think she has to go potty. She went out there with Oliver.
Alright.
Anyway, Justin, we're not thinking about it, but we kind of are. I'm just saying. Are they all? Let me ask you this, Justin. Are they all already sold? That's the question. We will start there. I know they just have. I'll let you know, love. He'll tell us. I'm gonna go down and see him for the PCS show. Remember last year I went down there? Yeah. Okay.
When is that?
February. Oh, that's next month, right? Shortest month of the year too. February 7th, 8th, 9th, maybe. I don't know for sure. I have to look.
Okay, because the 14th, 15th, that weekend we're going to Carrie and Bill's.
My cousin? I want to go there. Okay. Wait, any other weekend? Take it. Any other weekends off? What's happening this weekend? I might go down south this weekend.
Just tell him Barry coming.
Okay. Cheers. Okay, sorry. All right, so let's get into what I'm here about, lobster. So this is what I did earlier on the show. I pinned this out. These are going to harden out like this. My buddy wants it, as most guys do, and gals, when they have a big one, they want it stretched out. It looks even more massive than if it was, let's just say this guy. Here's the normal one that I did. It has an arched tail because I'm building a structure that it's crawling, and it has its legs up. This one is just going to be spread out. It's going to be on the wall. You got to put them up on high enough. That's why all these are on the ceiling. Otherwise, people will touch them and break them. Keep extra antennas for them. Keep extra feelers for them. They will break. People cannot not touch them. Okay? So this one right here is special. It was caught on the same trip as this one, the opener. This one, I got over 550K views before I went into Instagram jail from removing the tail meat. You're welcome. So, just a thing of beauty. This guy is going to be the same, but more spread out. And I'll show you its tail now. Hang on. So we will remove this. This will take about 2 days of drying, and I'm going to watch to make sure it doesn't start cracking. If it starts cracking, I got to jump into emergency mode with repairs. So, whoops. All right. Now here it is. Here's its tail right here. I put inside of it to stop the cracking. So I have rubber inside of it. Here, I'll turn it around so you can see. So that way, if it does start cracking, I now know how to stop the cracking. So there it is right there. You can see the black inside. This stuff, you can spray paint it white too. So he doesn't want his tail arched, so it's just flat. You have to tack down the back part of the tail. Otherwise, in the drying process in the next couple days, this tail will actually dry up. Let me see if I have one in my parts department. Hang on. Let me see. Okay, here's a prime example. Right here is a tail. If I get this wet because I didn't epoxy it, right here. If I get this wet because I didn't epoxy it, then I can spread it out like this, pin it down, and then it'll turn out looking like, give me 1 minute. Here's two smaller tails, but this is what they'll turn out looking like, all fanned out, all fanned out. What is up, Andrew? I haven't seen you in a while. My God, how you doing, brother? Andrew, it's so hard for me to see. If you can, just come over to YouTube. If you can. If you can't, I get it. That way I can read comments a lot better. So, this is my buddy. It's a 12-pound. He got it on the opener where we got that 11-pound one where I grabbed the one with 12-pound that I'm producing the lobster leather from. Hang on. Here's its legs right here. God, I have so many projects going on. And then here's its tail right here. Oh, Lord. Right there. So this is it, and it was molting, so now I have the leather. I'm very excited. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but we're going to do something with it. 100% sustainability. So, this is now in the drying process. The fillers will break. I'm going to epoxy everything at the end to make it even better. But right now, we're just letting it dry. The next couple days, I want the antennas to be back. He wants them back. Otherwise, you can put them forward. But if you put them forward like this, they break a lot easier. All right. I'm going to have to take a potty break. Give me 1 minute. I will be right back. Damn it. Oh. Okay, and we're back. Don't worry, I'll wash my hands. Cheers, everybody. Thank you for giving me a minute to take a break. I normally get off at 6:30. And listen, I'm going to say this. Please follow me on all social media. I don't know where I'm going to go live. So Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Seawolf13. TikTok's off. I don't care about TikTok. I really don't. I deleted it from my phone, and now they won't let me put it on my phone, but I guess Trump said, oh, it's okay to be back on TikTok. So go ahead, TikTok. I wasn't monetized on there. So I'd rather be paid. I don't care if it's 1 cent per 1,000 views. Anyway, my buddy's Kent. This was his. Boom. Its antennas are going to be back. It's a 12-pound lobster. I've been able to document it from day one. Because when he grabbed it, he came back to the boat. And he came and found me. He goes, Brent, I got it. I said, what do you got? He goes, I got a 12-pounder. And at that part of the trip, it was the biggest one on the boat. I'm like, okay. And he goes, he's just smiling. He just had this fucking like little schoolgirl smile. I'm like, He goes, do you know what I have? I said, no, what? He goes, that's a GoPro video of me grabbing him. I'm like, huh? I said, can I have that? He says, absolutely. I said, oh, fuck yeah. And he goes, will you taxidermy it for me? I'm like, yeah. He goes, I made sure I have all the parts. He brought back all the legs. Listen, when you're in a tussle with one this big, sometimes when you rip it out, a leg falls off, maybe. They grow them back. And he goes, I have the legs. All the legs are intact. The antennas. That's why I put those antennas back tonight together. Because he wants this thing pristine. And I've elevated myself in the last, since October. I lost my buddies, the biggest one on the boat, 12.8, due to cracking. Then I had my buddy Jeff's, that he was on a trip and he texted me as soon as he got his big one, the first dive on the last day. And I wake up and I'm like, oh, what is this? He goes, I got one. And they said it's one you threw back. I'm like, what? Because he's on the boat with all the captains that I'm friends with, right? And I said, how do you know it's... Because they dived the same spots. And there's video of me throwing it back in, 100% sustainability, leave me alone. And it was about 3 weeks later, and it had a little leg growing out of it. If you've been following, you know what I'm talking about. It's been a while. I have been under a rock. Perfect. Everybody get under a rock. Come on out when you're ready to come out. Oh, you're over here now. It's been a while, though. Cheers. Everybody, let's welcome Andrew to YouTube. Let me just say, Andrew's a guy that met me in the parking lot because his dad used to show him my videos. And he came up to me while we were getting off the boat. And he was working at a dive shop down there in Ventura. No, I'm sorry, Santa Barbara. And we just had a good relationship over the years. And this year he caught his first biggest lobster with 7.8 pounds. I can't remember. And I taxidermied for him. And now he moved out to his first apartment with his girlfriend. And they put it up, high up in a corner. Have you broken that? Has it broken at all? He knows how to fix it now. Andrew, has it broken at all? Your lobster, or is it still intact? Anyway, this is how fun life is for me, because I get to meet people all over the place. I met this guy that just had his first kid, and it was a daughter. And me being a dad with my daughter, who had a great relationship up until 20, and then I'm a narcissist. Okay. We'll just leave it at that. That's special. Sons are really special too. They're both special. They're special in different ways. The sons get laid and you're like high-fiving. Your daughter gets laid and you're going to go find that guy and beat the fuck out of him type thing. Hang on. I'm frozen. I know. That's sexist and da-da-da. Try being a dad before you start judging me, motherfuckers. It's okay, we're not cussing. Anyway, let's see. Choose Dr. C. Thank you, Mark. So, this one is in the process. It's just starting. By the end of the week, I think I'm going down south to grab more lobsters. But I'm not leaving this until I know it is for sure. I'm going to epoxy it before I leave. And I will take it with me. This is the most important part. This part normally doesn't crack. Sometimes it can. I will epoxy both of these before I leave. The legs, if these don't crack, the legs won't. Because I've had these crack and the legs be fine. So I know in the molting process that the legs are the strongest. This one seemed like it was good from the go. So I don't think it's at the part where it's about to molt, and I don't think it was at the part where it just molted. So the guy I was talking about that I did, the 15-pounder that I have the gaping asshole on my Air Force One Nike shoes. So his just molted, but it was hard. He's like, oh no, it's hard. It's good. I'm like, okay. And then that is why I had to put a Magnum condom in the tail, because when I would soak them, and then it would dry out in this process, it would shrink up because it wasn't quite as hard as it should be. This was all new. Fascinating stuff, by the way. And to the guy that said I'm the, let me go back. Zach, you're the pioneer. You're right. I will take that as a compliment because there's nothing out there on YouTube about this. The removal of the leg meat was from a guy in Florida that I'm good friends with, and he goes out and does great videos all the time. He also does taxidermy. I'm not a taxidermist, I just play one on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. I kind of know what I'm doing, but it is, I will say this, it's not an easy process. It's easy for me now because I'm old, right? And I've done it for 20 years, so this is easy for me. I don't ever like to lose one, and I lost my buddies. And I had the perfect video of my dogs. I brought it home. He's like, "Hey, can you process this for me?" Da, da, da. I got this. I've done it millions of times. And then I really went into soul searching because I didn't want to lose another one after that. And as soon as I didn't lose another one, and now I know what I'm looking for, and now I know how to save them even when they do start cracking. The definition in this one, because you guys can watch the video. I can't flip this over because it has to stay in this state for 2 more days, but I will just show you right here. There's a mark in its tail right here. If I can get that close enough, maybe you can see right there, that line. And that is, and on the back of his shell here, you can see him and you can hear him pulling it out of its hole. And that's where that mark came from. And it's all documented. That's the craziest thing about this. So, here's what I'd like to do. I'd like to, 1, tell you thank you for reaching 4,000 subscribers on YouTube. Number 2, thank you for sharing, commenting, and liking videos. That's all I ask from you guys. Oh, I will ask, if you do want quality hoodies that'll really piss off the game wardens, wear one of these. But if you really want to wear one of those, don't worry, they're going to come in black too. Right now we have red for divers. There's the sea wolf. Now, if you really want to go the extra mile because you're cold because it's wintertime, just in time for the holidays and Christmas, you can get sweats, t-shirts. Who knows where this is going to go? I don't even care. That's my wife's department. And if you ask if Lululemons are going to be on the menu, probably. That depends on you guys and your wives. Can you imagine your wife coming into the bedroom? She has these on her ears. This is real lobster. Look at that. It doesn't stink. It doesn't smell like lobster. It smells like nothing. Right? Now, or, like if you're into vermilion, boom. That's a little big, but Jesus. It's nice. I mean, keychains. Or you can just walk around town. This is how I walk around town. Look at that. If you're not going to ask me what that is hanging from your gold chain, then you're probably didn't vote for Trump. That's all. That's all. What else would you say? It's hard enough when a dude that's fully tattooed, 90% of my body's tattooed. I don't walk around with my shirt off, but if I did, that's what it would look like. That's how good I am, right? I'm getting a halibut from my ass down. That's only, my legs are covered, the front of my legs are covered. All I have left is the back of my legs up to my butt, and that's going to have a halibut and a lingcod on one side. And then out of my sphincter is going to be coming an octopus because that's what they eat. Okay? Will I put that there? Yes, I will put it there, but it has to be so I don't get demonetized. So, it's happening. It's already happening. It's in the works. And when I can say I'm having the best life that I can have, and I'm manifesting my own destiny, because I do want to live in Alaska for 3 months. I want to get one 200+ pound halibut a month while I'm up there. I don't want to have to process it. That trip that we got that 204 pound halibut, it was a 2.5 day trip. And it takes me, you got to go to Seattle, so that's only an 1.5 hour flight, but to get to the airport, the pack, then get from Seattle, get on the connecting flight, it's another hour. So it's about 4 hours of flight. And then you get there and the sun doesn't go down and the northern lights are there. Now I'm fortunate to have friends up there that I just stay, they just let me stay on their boat. I don't have to be in a high-rise apartment. No. I'll piss and shit right off the back of their boat if they'll let me. They had a bathroom there, don't worry about it. But when I can go there, and I get there, and we say hello, and then they go away, and then I'm just hanging out, and I'm all excited, but I know I have to be ready at 3:30 in the morning. It's already, I don't know, it's starting to get dark around 12. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta be up in 3 hours. And then we get up. This is a whole trip, and I have it all documented. I gotta really sit down and really document it, but I get up, we go, and these guys are like Justin. This is what they do. They get the cruise ship people, right? They get 3 cruise ships in a day, and they make great money, but these are great fishermen, but they're not allowed to touch the poles by law. They're not allowed to keep certain size of halibut or whatever they're fishing for by law. And we went out, and my 2 friends got to fish, and they were having the time of their lives. They would let me fish, but I'm the worst fisherman ever. I'll say it right now, and I'll say it they already know. Because you got to understand, their jigs have so much lead on them. If you get them stuck on the bottom, you've just lost like $15, $20 each time. I think after the 5th one, they're like, okay, listen. I said I didn't want to do this in the first place. I'm here to dive. He goes, well, we got to figure out where the lingcod are. These big ones. I wanted a big one. I want a 100-pound lingcod. All right. So the greatest thing is now that part of the day's over, right? We throw down a GoPro like Justin's been doing. So we throw down a GoPro. And as soon as it hits the bottom and I reel it up, I look at it, and a halibut bit it and put it in its mouth.
Dinner's about to be ready.
I'm done in about 5 minutes. I'll be right in. I'm going to finish with this story. A halibut bit it and spit it out. I'm looking at it. I'm like, Star, look. And Anthony, look, a fucking halibut bit this. They're down there. Let's go. Throw the gear on. Jump on. Get in the water, me and Star. Anthony maintains the boat. Go on a perfect dive. Saw a couple halibut, but they weren't big enough, and I didn't want to mess with them. Then from there, we went salmon fishing. I have ADHD, so I was ripping the lips off these salmon. I don't know what kind they were, that the lips are rubbery. They just pop off if you jig. So then we just started jigging and we were deep now. And we're just jigging for halibut, pulling up halibut after halibut as soon as it hits the bottom. I'm like, oh, okay, this is fun. All of a sudden, I pull mine up, and hers is, we have electric reels. Hers electric reels start seizing. My boy Anthony knew exactly. He said that's 100-pound plus. Then he said it's 150-pound. It took her 2.5 hours to bring this thing in. I filmed the whole thing. We ate the tongue. I brought the skin back. The skin's up here, over there. The fin. This is what a 204-pound halibut fin looks like. This is a 65-pound halibut fin. That's 200. There's the white side right there. And here is the tail. There's the bullet, one of 5 that hit it and got lodged in its spine. Epoxy, there's no smell. You could put this on a bling chain if you wanted to. Damn, memories. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow for some more memories. I don't know, I'm going diving tomorrow. Let's see what happens. You guys all have a great night. Enjoy yourselves. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, and comment. Peace out.